One night my cellmate was sleeping and he had a bad habit by talking in his sleep. He was this white dude from Mississippi. Now he only been in my cell for about 5 days and he haven't said not one word to me, and I ain't said nothing to him neither. So that got me curious. I'm like, man, what's this dude in here for? What he done did to get up in here? However, I would soon find out why. So at first, I hear him like, Darla, come here. Darla. I'm like, what this dude doing up there, man? See, I had the bottom bunk, he had the top bunk. This dude was talking in his sleep. I kept hearing him saying, Darla, Darla. So I'm like, man, what is this dude doing? I'm like, hey, man, wake up, man. He like, oh, what's going on? I said, man, you talking in your sleep, man. He like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, man, chill out, man. I'm trying to get some Z's down here. He like, all right, I got you, man. I'm sorry, man. So I dozed back to sleep. About 20 minutes later, I hear, don't move, stay still. I'm like, man, what the? I hear him again. He like, don't move, stay still. I said, hey, bro, hey, chill out, partner. He like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I said, hey. So I got up to bed and I'm standing there looking. I said, hey, man, what is you up here doing, man? He said, oh, I'm sorry, man. I be talking in my sleep, man. I said, man, who the heck is Darla, man? He like, oh, I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know why. Maybe I was watching Little House on the Prairie or something, and maybe I heard that name and it was in my subconscious. I said, hey, man, you got to chill out, man, with all that talking in your sleep, man. I got to get up in the morning, man. Now, keep in mind, y'all, we on full lockdown. So we up in this cell 24/7, right? We ain't getting out for an hour, none of that. So at breakfast time, I'm like, hey, let me get you 2 boiled eggs. He was like, yeah, sure. So he give me the boiled eggs. I'm like, hey, man, last night you was talking in your sleep, man. Who is this Darla person? He like, I don't know no Darla. I don't know no Darla. I don't know why I said that. I said, yeah, man, you kept talking about hold still and come here, and I don't know, man, you kind of weird. Hey, man, what you up in here for anyway, man? He like, no, I don't really want to talk about it. Ain't nothing serious. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, though, like, what you in here for, man? He like, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't like people getting in my personal business. I said, hey, man, check this out, man. You giving me real creepy vibes, and about last night with that Darla and come here and hold still type, man. I need to see your paperwork, man. Where your paperwork at? He then was like, listen, I know how it is up in here, but listen, I am not no chomo at all. I'm not a chomo, and I just don't feel comfortable showing you my paperwork because the last prison that I was in, when I showed somebody my paperwork, they took my information and they got to calling my wife and they got to extorting me. They told my wife to send me money, would send them money before they killed me in here. So my wife was getting extorted all along, so I just don't want to be dealing with that. In my head, I'm thinking like, man, what is this dude talking about his wife getting extorted? I'm like, man, this sounds like a bunch of BS. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So about an hour later, it was just sitting on my mind, man. I was like, hey, man, I want to see your paperwork, man. I'm not trying to extort you, man. It's just something that sounds real fishy about your story, man. He was like, listen, I can't show you my paperwork, man, because I just don't want to go through that. I'm like, man, listen, man, you're going to have to show me your paperwork or you're going to have to get up out of here. He was like, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? I said, yeah, I'm threatening you. I need to see your paperwork because I'm not about to be laying up in here with some chomo, man. He like, man, okay, I'm going to show you. Just give me a few days. I'm like, why a few days? Just show me it now. Don't you got it here? He like, no, I don't got it here. I said, man, what's all them papers I be seeing you going through in your locker? He was like, no, them just letters to my family. I said, nah, man, I seen some court documents too. He like, so you was looking through my stuff? I said, hey, let me tell you something. Check this out, partner. Don't make me kill you up in this cell, man. Let me see your paperwork. When I said that, he got to hollering, talking about, hey, you're not going to do anything to me. You ain't going to do nothing to me. Hey, man, hey, I need some help in here. I need some help in here. So I'm like, hey, man, be quiet, man. We on lockdown. He trying to get me put in the hole. He like, hey, I'm just saying, man. He trying to get loud. Everybody on the tier erupted like, man, what's going on, Don? Hey, Dante, what's going on down there, man? Hey, man, what that white boy down there doing? He just causing the scene, man. The guards, this one guard named KD, come over there. He like, hey, what's going on? He like, hey, man, this guy's talking crap to me. He told me he want to see my paperwork and this and that, man. He told me he's going to kill me. So KD, man, he was cool. He was like, Dante, you in here threatening him, man? I said, man, I ain't threatening him. I said, let me see your paperwork. I just want to see what's going on. He like, well, Dante, you know you can't ask him to see his paperwork. If he don't want to show you the paperwork, he ain't got to show you the paperwork. I said, I know, but I mean, he tripping in here, man. He spazzing out. So white dude like, man, I'm just saying, man, if he do something to me, it's going to be on y'all. It's going to be on y'all, man. Come on, man. Get me out this cell. Get him out of here, man. I'll go to the hole. I'll go to the hole. KD was like, man, chill, man. And then he walked off. So I'm like, hey, listen, dude, chill out, man. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you, man. I just want to see your paperwork, man. He like, man, listen, when we get off lockdown, I'm gonna get out the cell. I'm gonna just get out the cell, man. I'm just gonna do that. I don't want no problems with you. I don't want no beef with you. I'm just gonna get out the cell when we come off lockdown, man. So you hear other inmates like, hey, man, Dante, what's going on down there, man? What you doing to that white boy? So I'm ignoring that all. He like, man, you done got me into some stuff, man. So you got dudes on the till like, hey, show that paperwork. Man, show that paperwork. Man, Dante, do that to him. Do it to him, man. He won't show that paperwork. Man, he in Chomo. He ain't show that paperwork. So, you know, check this out, y'all. When locked up, dudes ain't got nothing but time. Any slight of drama or entertainment, they gonna take it and run with it, all right? So everybody making it their business to make it their business of what we got going on in this cell. So he like, man, you done got me into some stuff, man. So he hopped up on his bunk and got his pillow and put it on his ears, right? So I said, all right, man, I'm telling myself, I'm just gonna chill out, man. Now, y'all, I used to play checkers a lot. So I'm down there on my bed playing checkers with myself. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and break the ice with this dude. So I said, hey, man. Hey, boom, boom, hitting his bed. He said, yeah, man, what's up? I said, hey, you want to play checkers? He was like, sure, I guess so. So about after 10 games, y'all, oh, yeah. We didn't have no real checkerboard. When you locked up, you get real inventive, man. So I got this cardboard box, right, and it's got a marker and made the lines on it. Then I got some soap and some tissue and some water, and I just formed the checker pieces. The checker pieces. So that's how we was playing checkers. After about 10 games, we called it a night. Because at this time, y'all, it was about 11:30, so I was tired, he was tired, so he jumped up back on his bunk, and I got in my bed, and I just dozed off. Like clockwork, y'all. About an hour into my sleep, here he go. Hey, you like that? You like that? So I'm asleep. And I just said, yeah, you like that? You like that? I'm like, what this dude doing? I'm like, man, this dude talking again? He like, yeah, come here, I like that. I'm like, man, I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something to this dude. I'm gonna have to do something to this dude. So I get out my bed and I'm looking at him talk to himself. He like, yeah, darling, you like that? You like that? So I get to contemplating in my head like, you know what? I'm about to do this dude bold. I'm about to grab him by his ankles and yank him out the bed and let him bust his head on the cement. But my human side reigned supreme and I gave him a pass. So instead of assaulting him, I said, you know what? He knocked out cold. So I said, you know what? Let me try something. So I got to do him like this. He ain't wake up, so I did it again. He ain't wake up, so I said, you know what? I'm about to get in his locker. So I crept over there by his locker, right? Bust the lock open. I looked up because I thought he woke up, but he didn't. So I go in his locker and I'm going through his paperwork and I'm reading. So I'm like, okay. So I get to his charges. I'm like, hold up, what does this say? So I get the light. I'm like, this say, hold on, this dude in here for animal abuse and bestiality. Like, what the? Dude in here, man, hold on. So I'm looking at his case file some more. Apparently, his wife walked in on him boning a dog. And you know what the dog name was? Darla. For here on out, every Saturday, I'm dropping a brand new prison story at 8 p.m. Be there or I'm going to push that blade. Make sure y'all bless the PayPal and make sure y'all bless the Cashapp. Email me if you want me to promote your social media channels. This is what I promote right here.
The Dante Show